We are extremely pleased that you are here.
Hi, thanks for having us. So, I've been getting better at focusing, and I've been putting a lot more attention on the things that I want over the course of the past 4 months. And
enjoying it more.
That's the key.
Yeah. That's the key right there.
Yeah, life is good. In fact, it's better than it's been in a while, and it can feel the momentum of it getting better and better, and I can feel that I can cast myself further into the future of what's possible. And when I bring myself there, I can almost feel like I'm being pulled forth into it.
You're making us want to say this. Satisfaction comes from only one place, and that's having a desire and moving in the direction of it. So if you've got a big desire that from your perspective has a way to go in order to manifest, but you're moving in the direction of it, your satisfaction factor can feel as good to you as if it has already manifested. It's only moving in opposition to it that doesn't feel good. Once you get moving in the direction of it, it's a fun ride into fulfillment, into the complete manifestation.
Right. Yeah, so that's been, and it's been exciting to be able to tap into that a little bit more and feel that pull.
Yeah.
And there's still some older stuff hanging around.
Oh, of course. You've got all kinds of beliefs that are in your way.
Yeah.
When they're active. But when they're dormant, they're not. And they're only active when you're focused upon them.
Right.
So the less you focus upon them, then the more dormant they are. And the more dormant they are, the less in the way they are.
Right.
And the more satisfied you are.
Right. I have a specific question about creativity in relationship to my situation. So what I'm finding is I'm finding myself in a place of increased creativity, which is really exciting. So I've got a couple projects on the go that I'm working on. Now these projects, I know that when I'm in...
By increased creativity, because as far as we're concerned, creativity is already happening. So by increased creativity, you mean your awareness of the motion of your creation. So when you say increased creativity, you mean the momentum.
Yeah.
You mean the less resistance and the more momentum.
Yeah. Yes. So to me, it's a no-brainer that when I feel that, I'm like, oh yeah, right direction, no problem.
A no-brainer. A no-brainer is good if there's resistance. But a full brainer is good if there's no resistance. No brainer, no focus. Full brainer, focus. Yeah. We know that you're just offering those words accidentally, but everything you say has a vibrational root.
Right.
So it's a no-brainer. In other words, I don't have to worry much about it. What did you mean by that?
I've been having a more full brainer-like experience in relationship to the things that I want.
Yeah.
The thing about this, I'm looking for some reassurance in relationship to this, because I know that when I'm working on these things, I feel alive. I know that they actually...
We want the feeling of satisfaction to be the reassurance. Because you can accomplish a feeling of satisfaction so easily. And so that reassurance can come so easily. And when you get there, then that momentum, that increased creativity happens immediately. So just let your basket be, I want to feel satisfaction, and don't demand or ask of it to be more than that. It's enough. It's enough to just feel satisfied, because from satisfaction it will grow so fast for you. Want to talk about something specific?
Yeah, so can I talk about a concern?
Whatever.
Okay, great. Yeah, so basically, when I'm lining up with these things, feel awesome. It's going really well, and I know that it's the direction that I want to be heading in.
Yeah.
And then I've got some old habits of thought around money.
Yeah.
And
right.
The things that I'm working on don't currently, although they line me up, they don't currently, in this moment, produce money. But at the same time, I know that the things that I'm currently working in that were great and served me so well in the past.
Let us show you something that Esther's been doing, and it's really fun and really easy and will really help you. Think about satisfaction, dissatisfaction, and think about plenty of money being more satisfying, not enough money being less satisfying. Reality not as satisfying as more. And you know what? It's always going to be that way. What you're reaching for is always more satisfying than where you stand. It just is. It just is. That's what evolution is about. More always feels better than not more. It always feels better. And why? Because your inner being's all over it, and the cooperative components are being gathered, and when you don't go, there's resistance. So conceptually, that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Esther took a piece of paper. Now she's computerized it because it's faster, but the idea of it is, on one side of the page is thoughts that are satisfying, and on the other side of the page are thoughts that are not satisfying. Let's start with this subject, and you tell us a thought that is satisfying about your creativity, about your expansion, about your financial, what you're doing. Just give us a thought that is satisfying. I have great potential.
Oh, I have great potential.
I have a lot of good ideas.
I have so many good
I have
ideas.
so many good ideas. So those are satisfying thoughts. Now you're focused there. Now the other end of the stick is going to be active too. Some belief that you've held before is activated because you activated this end of the stick, so that end says, hey, don't forget about me. So now you're thinking an unsatisfying thought. What is it?
No one cares. or I can't do this.
All right, I can't do that. Now that's a strong thought that is unsatisfying. So now you've thought that thought, but you just thought it. This is early in the day, and you're feeling pretty good. There's not a lot of momentum either way. You're at the top of the hill. Good for you. And so you've got some measure of control. So the thought was what?
I can't do it.
I can't do it. So now try to find some satisfaction around that. Oh, I've thought that about other things. I've thought that before, and it turned out not to be true. I really can do things. A path will light up for me. I don't know exactly what to do, but it will come in time. I don't have to understand it all this red hot minute. My inner being's all over this. My vortex is full of approaches. All I have to do is line up with my vortex. Are you feeling any satisfaction yet?
Yeah.
All right, so now if you're like Esther, you got satisfied, 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 not satisfied. Well, that's a pretty good ratio. Okay, so now satisfied, satisfied, satisfied. Now what unsatisfying thought may occur to you? Yeah, but I don't know what to do now. Or
how am I going to make the money?
How am I going to make the money? How am I going to make the money? How am I going to make the money? How am I going to make the money? Are you not making any money?
I feel like I don't see how I'm going to make the money moving into the new ventures I'm moving
All right,
into.
so there you went unsatisfying, and then you made another unsatisfying statement. Want to keep going?
No, we're good.
So now you're on this because you still have control here. It hasn't gone too far. Now, it might feel like it's already gone too far because these are beliefs that you've had for a long time. But it doesn't matter that you've had those beliefs for a long time. Hear this. Oh, hear this. You've had those beliefs for a long time, but right now, in this moment in time, your ledger is far more this way than this way. In this moment in time, you're much more satisfied than you are dissatisfied, even though you've had those thoughts for a long time. So now, what are you going to do about it? So what was that last statement you made?
Well, yeah, what was
Hard
it?
to even remember it, isn't it?
Yeah. I think we can just move on to a different statement. So I know that I don't have to have it all figured out right now. And I also know that what I'm cooking up has massive value. And people just need to know about it. And as soon as it starts going, it's just going to take care of itself. I just have to push it down the hill.
You don't have to push it down the hill. And you know what? That's really a good thing to understand because that's momentum. Do you see how you cleaned that up?
Yeah.
And that is the work in its entirety. That's the work. You know why? Because it's enough. It's enough to be satisfied. And you know why it's enough? Because it's all you can do right now. And that's enough. Because when you find satisfaction and you stay there for just a little while, now the juices are flowing, now the ideas are flowing, your resistance is not part of the mix for a while, and an idea will occur to you that will bring you immediate results. Something will come in response to this ever so slight cleaning up of resistance. Until you'll come to just know it. Anytime anything happens. Esther's been trolling around in her life experience, just waiting for something to be dissatisfied. She just can't wait for something to rear its ugly head. Because the moment it does, she's writing it down. She's writing it down, going, shh, and then she's saying, wait just a minute there. Not so fast, you. I got thoughts about you that go that way too. And then until that becomes completely inactive and a non-player in her experience. And once you get this going, before you know it, you begin feeling invincible. And when you feel invincible, you are invincible. The universe then just starts piling on with all the things that you're ready to hear, because your inner being, your wise inner being is offering you just what you're ready to hear. And the readier you are, the more your inner being offers it to you. Your inner being doesn't put your basket out so far that you can't easily reach it. Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
This is a really good time for a segment of refreshment.